Hello everyone! This is a continuation of Dresses and Insecurities. This is the third installment. I just wanted to talk about just some other things I've noticed with dresses and things like that. So, let's start off from sort of the beginning. I realized the other day that when I was in kindergarten, the only thing I ever wanted to wear was dresses. That's all I ever wanted to wear. It wasn't my mom prompting me or anything. I just wanted to wear dresses always. And it's weird how it's like I was an innocent little girl. I was, wasn't influenced by anything. I just wanted to wear dresses, and it's so weird how, at that age I knew what was right for me. Now, again, the disclaimer, if you wear pants, no offense. I'm talking about myself, not about you, but if you like to wear skirts, it's not that hard, it's really nice. But anyway, it's just strange how I knew what was right for me all the way back then when I had no influence. I didn't have the internet, nobody was telling me to wear dresses all the time. I just always wanted to wear dresses, and I'm not sure why. I don't know why. I just wanted to wear them. Maybe it's sort of one of those things like, I don't know, because like out of the mouth of babes, one of those things where it's sort of like I knew what was right for me, and that was dresses. So fast forward, after that, after kindergarten, I hated dresses. I would not wear dresses for anything unless it was for church. I hated dresses. And I'm not sure what sparked that in me, but it wasn't until, let's see, high school that I wear a skirt every now and then, and even then it was sort of like, why would I wear a skirt? It's such a hassle. It wasn't until the third year of college that I revisited wearing skirts all the time. And that was after I had been wearing a head covering for about a year, and I started dressing in skirts about a year after that, around the year anniversary of head covering. One just sort of flowed from the other. Now, there's different combinations I've seen, with Christian women out there. They'll wear skirts and dresses only, but they won't cover their hair. They'll cover their hair, but they'll wear pants. They do both. I think it's just one of those things where God calls us to different things, and different things just sort of come to us at different times in our lives. So, at one point I was covering my hair, but I was wearing pants, and I wasn't always wearing the most modest pants looking back. But I figure, if it's covering my skin, then, it's modest, but that's not always the case. Tight pants are, I've spoken to guys about it, and they say that it can lead to trouble. So ladies, let's wear pants, make sure they're not too skin tight. Just make sure, loose. They don't have to be baggy and bulky, but just, loose. And that's part of the problem, I think, with modesty and trying to stay modest and feminine with pants is actually more difficult, because pants made for women are usually form-fitting. Pants made for men are usually baggy or just loose, and they don't cling. But in order to make pants feminine or for women, the industries out there have decided to make them tight and just sort of cling to every single curve and things like that. So it's harder to find, pants that are, modest and things like that than it is, skirts and dresses. Now, that's not to say that skirts and dresses can't be immodest, because there are dresses and skirts out there that are. But it's easier to just, find a skirt that provides adequate coverage and doesn't cling to everything than it is with pants. In fact, I think I would have a harder time if I were to wear pants trying to find something that had the right amount of coverage and the right amount of looseness that still looked feminine and all of that. So that's something, I think is a good thing to keep in mind, that in order for pants to be feminine, they usually have to be tight. in order to show the feminine form so that you can tell that it's a woman. So, and like I said, no offense to the pants wearers, okay? Just give me my 2 cents. Don't hate me, and please don't leave negative, mean comments in the comment box. That makes me cry. Don't make me cry. But yeah, so that's just another musing I have on you know, pants versus skirts. And like I was saying in the last video, I've gotten to the point where, you know, I'm sort of favoring longer skirts than shorter skirts. And let me tell you what. Long skirts, while pants are harder to keep modesty, you know, or keep within the realm of modesty, longer skirts is harder to keep within the realm of stylishness. It was a little rough going when I first decided to wear longer skirts, because I'm sort of like, how do I do this without looking dowdy? No offense to people who wear long skirts and things like that, okay? I'm sorry. But I didn't have any shoes that looked good with them. I didn't have a single pair of shoes that did not make me look weird. So I ended up getting an inexpensive pair of 1-inch heels that I can, you know, wear to work. And I like to dress for work and things like that. So, and I think I covered this in the other video, I'm not sure. I made several videos and only one actually made it on air. So I had to come up with different, you know, it wasn't as easy as it was before when I had my pencil skirts, my shorter pencil skirts. I just put on some penny loafers and I was ready to go. But now, you know, I have to be mindful of shoes and, you know, tops. Like, it shouldn't be tight, but a form-fitting shirt should go with looser, longer skirts. Unless, except for certain tunics and things like that. But usually, if you try and pair a big shirt with a big skirt, it's gonna look kind of weird. And that's something I learned, and, you know, I was just like, oh yeah, I thought it was gonna be a piece of cake. I just get a couple of long skirts, some inexpensive long skirts, put them on, be fine. No, that didn't work out the way I thought it would. I was like I look terrible. So, you know, I've had to make some adjustments, a lot of adjustments. And even now, I still haven't found something that's sort of like my go-to outfit, like, oh, like when all else fails, wear this. I still haven't found that. Usually every morning I'm sort of like trying to mix and match things. It's like, because one day I think it'll look okay, but then another day I'm like, that looks weird. So, and maybe that's, you know, too much vanity on my part, but still, I'm trying to sort of show a witness, especially on a college campus, that you can be modest and stylish at the same time. Like, you don't have to look like grandma. You can look nice. Not that grandmas don't look nice, but, you know, every age has its correct form of dress. Like, you don't want to see grandma in a tube top and a mini skirt. Well, you shouldn't see anybody in that. And just like you don't want to see a 30-year-old woman in pigtails and fuzzy barrettes. That's just weird. Unless you wear that, and in that case, you might want to reconsider. So there's different times for everything, but you can look nice and still cover yourself up. So for anyone who's looking at me, because I read from a saint, I forgot who it was and I forgot where I found it, but a saint was talking about, you know, everything you do, even the way you dress, has to be for everyone else. Not like showing off, but in an effort to help other people. So this is my way of helping other young women on the college campus see that, no, you don't have to wear leggings in order to look nice. You can look nice in all sorts of things. And also, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, I guess it's waking people up to the fact that, you know, you don't always have to look extremely casual for every single event you go to. Because that's also sort of a problem in our world, where it's like everybody's extremely casual, where it's like, I had to give a seminar, and I've seen people just show up, you know, to the seminar in front of people where they give a presentation to all these college professors and things like that, in wrinkled, sort of very casual, just ho-hum clothing, and I'm like, you realize this is a professional setting, right? So I guess part of me is sort of trying to show others that, you know, you can still be comfortable and look nice at the same time. You don't always have to dress like you're about to go mow the lawn, which has become a problem, especially on college campuses. I mean, some people just come to school in their pajamas, which is also kind of a problem. But, you know, so there's that. So I know that this whole dressing thing, because our outward appearance does count. It really does. If it didn't, like, people say, oh, don't judge me, and judging is wrong. Well, judging, to a certain extent, is a defense mechanism. If you see a guy with a chainsaw and a hockey mask on the side of the road, are you gonna, you know, stop and ask to see if he's alright? Most likely not. But if you see a little old lady with a walker, and she's looking really distressed and really, you know, all of that, her car's on the side of the road, you're probably going to ask to see if she is alright, because you have judged that that situation is safe enough for you to go into and help. Versus the guy with the hockey mask and the chainsaw, you're sort of like, I don't think it's safe for me to talk to that person. He might be the gentlest person in the world, but he really needs to watch his outward appearance, because chainsaws and hockey masks, well, they kind of get a bad rep these days. So, you know, we shouldn't be overly attached to how we dress and things like that, but we have to keep in mind that we're all watching each other. We're maybe not like judging like that person is a bad person, but we still see the way we carry ourselves, the way we, you know, put ourselves together, and that in itself can either point to something good or something not so good. So I think we should keep that in mind in terms of dressing and all of that. And like I said, you don't have to go all, you don't, especially like if you're a stay-at-home mom of 9 kids and things like that, you know, it's understandable if you're not looking like, you know, Tyra Banks strutting down the runway or something like that, you know. Everybody has sort of their uniform for their station in life. That's just how it is. And, you know, sometimes mom jeans, well, they exist for a reason, because they're comfortable, they're easy to put on, they allow you to, you know, do the mom thing, you know, and no, they may not look super chic, but, you know, we're not called to look chic all the time. We're just called, I think we're called to dress to our station in life, and, you know, we just have to be careful about how we carry ourselves so that we get the right message across. In the end, we're trying to say that God is everything. And we say that in the way we carry ourselves, the way we dress, the way we talk, the way we think, everything we do should be pointing to God, no matter what it is. So, you know, we have to keep that in mind. And it sounds like a lot of pressure, but once you get used to doing it, it's really not that bad. Just, you know. So yeah, so I think this is the last video. Lots of rambling, I'm sure, and talking about my insecurities, like, oh, I feel so bad in my dress, but it's so comfortable and it's so practical, I don't know what to do. So yeah, so I hope you all have a wonderful Merry Christmas season, and I hope that you have a wonderful new year, and I hope you enjoy these videos. Who knows, maybe I'll do another one in another few weeks. You never know. Bye, God bless.